First of all, it don't matter what it is. In 2025, if you say your fighting game has no crossplay, unless it's $30 or less, people are out. People are out. They released basically like a final announcement trailer for it and stuff like that. That announced like all the different editions you can get: the physical edition, the ultimate edition, the Boo Bow Bang edition. The first character of season 1, we can expect that character and 3 more. But the thing about it is Hunter x Hunter is basically a 3v3 team game. And it's actually going to release with only 16 characters. So a lot of people was kind of like iffy on that, like a 3v3 with only 16 characters. That's not enough. It's not. It's gonna be on PS5, PC, and Switch, but there's no crossplay. Rollback is only gonna be for the PS5 and the Steam version. And it's gonna be a $60 game, so it's gonna be a full price $60 full shebang. A lot of people were expecting it to be somewhere around like maybe 35, $40. But I guess these people are just like, hey, we got Arxis in it in some way, shape, or form, even though they're not developing it. So, we gonna flash the Arxis name on the front of it and then say $60 at the end, and hopefully y'all leave us alone about it. So a lot of people are kind of upset about it because they're like, man, like, at first just looking at this game without even knowing the full details, you look at it and you don't assume $60 game. But then you basically come and say no crossplay, only 16 characters, and you're gonna charge me $60. Like, I don't know about this one, Jack. And a lot of people are kind of up in arms. They're like, they really want this one to succeed because we need animes to come more to traditional fighters, blase blase. But this is seeming like it's going in the wrong direction. So, uh, seeing everything that happened, how do you gentlemen feel about it? Do you feel like it's worth $60? Do you feel like 16 characters is a little light in the breeches? Is no crossplay really an issue in 2025 in fighting games? Even though people talk about this all the time, it's something that can't happen. How do y'all feel about it? We'll start with you, Mr. MC Mason.
Oh my goodness. 16 characters, such a shame because it's really lame, but you need to buy our game. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man. Hunter x Hunter I think is a really cool franchise, but wow. I mean, we we were literally just talking about like people doing cash grabs like a few minutes ago, and it's just like it just seems like, is it me or does it feel like it's kind of becoming a recurring theme in the fighting game? Like when people are trying to make fighting games now, it's like a recurring theme of people just trying to do cash grabs instead of really, really putting their best foot forward. Because, like you said, it's like you're really going to have like this, like a 3v3 fighter, and then only have like 16 characters, and then say, all right, we're gonna need we're gonna need a full price, guys, full price. It's like that is the cost of entry. Like, you don't want to play, or fine, man, but that's how much it costs to play our game. And man, I just I don't know, man. I mean, like I've seen a little bit of footage on the game, and it doesn't seem terrible, but I I don't know, man. Like, what does the content look like? You know what I mean? For like playing a game like that, especially, it's a fighting game. it's a fighting game, man. I don't know, bro. I, I really want to believe in games like this. I really do. I think like anime games. Whenever an anime game comes out, I don't. I hate to say this, but I'm always skeptical whenever an anime game comes out. That's personally, especially if it's like a game like an arena fighter kind of, like, you know what I mean, like a 3D arena. I'm always kind of like, oh, I don't know about that. I think like, what was it, the one time when Jump Force came out, and I was like, oh boy, this game is not going to be what people think it's going to be. I can guarantee you that. And then it came out, and I was like, "Yep, that's about what it performed exactly as I expected it to." So I wasn't surprised when it didn't do well. But in this case, I want to be I want to be hopeful, but I got to tell you, it just doesn't seem like it's going to do that well, just in my opinion. And especially like you already got people with a bad taste in their mouth because you're like, it kind of feels like you're giving them a not fully done product, and you're asking for like a full like a whole like $60-$70 for it, 60-65 plus tax. So it's like, I mean, it's a big ask, man, especially in this economy where like, like they have the whole thing with Valentine's Day. It's like going to my Valentine with an expensive gift, and the dude has like some flowers, and he has a carton of eggs, and you open the carton, there's only like 2 eggs in it. So, but anyway, yeah, man. I don't know. I think they're gonna have to show me something, man, because maybe all 16 of these characters are completely worthwhile, fully developed characters who are super unique and they all play well, and the balance in the game is so good. But do you want to take that chance?
That's the thing. Like when you talk about fighting games, we know like you could tell us it's gonna be 40 characters in the game. You like, okay. Probably you could just automatically just be like, all right, half of them probably ain't gonna be played. Like
Yeah,
it's great they're there, half of them probably ain't gonna be played. So to release a 3v3 with 16, and it's like you probably thinking like you could probably say safely half probably ain't gonna be seen a lot. It's like, okay, so now it's a 3v3 with really 8 viable characters.
yeah.
But it's on you, Mr. Gamer Lil.
Being a resident Hunter fan, I think I'll probably watch the anime at least 2 times all the way through, maybe 3. I've been hyped to see a fighting game. Hopefully, I've been just hyped in general to see more anime and IP based fighting games. We got spoiled with Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters came out, and we was like, yes, so this is it. This is the one that starts the train of every time an IP comes out that's anime, it's gonna get this treatment. And I was like, man, I can't wait till they do this for Hunter x Hunter. I can't wait till they do this to One Piece or Naruto. And it's like, oh, you gonna get it, but it's not gonna be anywhere near that level. I'm
Mm-mm.
just like, I don't, and I again, when you look at the game, it's not the prettiest game. Again, I say gameplay matters first. So I've seen gameplay of it. It looks fun. It looks serviceable as a 3v3 Marvel type fighter, team based fighter. But it looks so like half baked. Definitely wasn't not expecting $60. I was at most $40 is what I was expecting. Now the fact that they say that there is no crossplay, no rollback, um, and then only so the characters are
Rollback
not
only for the PS5 and Steam.
only for PS5 and Steam. Like I guess people on Xbox I don't know. Okay.
Only
Um
coming to the PS5, Switch, and Steam. Maybe Xbox later. But yeah, if you're on the Switch, you
also so
just,
Switch,
you lost.
I mean, this look like a game that should have came out on Switch only. This is really what it looked like.
Yeah, I think it
Um
should be popular enough on the Switch.
but yeah, the no crossplay thing, like, what are we doing? It's like they just say, hey, we're gonna release a passion project and we don't care how it does. We just want to set something out there and give it to y'all. We don't care if it succeeds or not.
We're gonna
Like
release a fundraiser game for $60.
like Skullgirls came out and they only had like what 8 characters at launch, I believe. If that, I think 8. But again, Skullgirls to me was a pretty well crafted game. Like I said, I mentioned earlier about you could pick one character and have a really strong single character. You pick 2 characters, be a little less strong. 3 characters. There's a lot of team dynamics. You could customize your own assist. Skullgirls was very innovative. Like if we
Yeah.
look back at that game was super innovative. Like, so you mean I can take any move that this character has in their move, it's like a jab, and make that my assist? I really, that was just mind blowing. I don't know why other games haven't like kind of done that, follow suit with that. Because it's like that makes I guess it kind of make things difficult in terms of balance and stuff, because you don't know like what moves does this character have that could be so busted. But it was still really unique and it opened up things. But yeah, this Hunter game, man, it just, I will play it because I'm a fan and it looks cool. I like team games, but it's not a $60 looking game. They even, it was supposed to come out last year around November. They pushed it back, did an upgrade on it, and it don't even look that much better. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have hope for it, but I'm be honest, it's not the Hunter game that I wanted, you know. But I mean, here we are.
Sorry to hear that, man.
I am going to come at this from an angle kind of like Mr. Game and Love. Dragon Ball Fighters came out and it started like a train of like anime fighters coming into fighting games, and you just like kind of like how Mr. Game and Love said, like, oh my goodness, like everything is gonna kind of follow this vein. Like everybody's just gonna follow in their steps, and like we're just gonna get like this smorgasbord of like anime fighters coming to the FGC. But if you be honest, you really can't. Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball, and it's kind of like they were gonna be successful. Like as long as the game, like it had all our Dragon Ball characters and it was a traditional fighter. As long as it didn't come out and just totally lay an egg, it was gonna sell. It was gonna do good, you know. So it's kind of hard to like say if Dragon Ball succeed, everybody will, because it's Dragon Ball. But still, it's like people still want to dip their toes in there and be like, okay, Dragon Ball, well, let's like, I'll take the step. I'll come out there and I'll do it. So now we got, Hunter Cross Hunter is trying to come. I mean, HUNTERxHUNTER, Hunter, my goodness, y'all don't kill me. I'm sorry. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, why come in this so half-hearted? Why come in this just so half-baked? Like, are you really? Who told you? Y'all working with artists? Who told you this was a good idea? Who told you to say I'm gonna get? First of all, it don't matter what it is. In 2025, if you say your fighting game has no crossplay, unless it's $30 or less, people are out. People are out. It really kind of, I mean, and this lets you know because this is a very, very popular IP. It's Hunter x Hunter. But if you say no crossplay, I mean, they through. They done. They done. They could say Dragon Ball Fighters 2 is about to come out. If you say no crossplay and roll back on certain consoles, people are going to automatically check out and just be like, look, somebody just mod the old Dragon Ball Fighter. Do something cool with that and we'll go play that. So you can't, it's just certain things like if you just half doing it with netcode or online play in any way, shape, or form in 2025, just don't release your game. You don't want to succeed. Why are we doing this? Nobody, you could talk to anybody and they would tell you this is not a good idea. And then on top of that, to come out and say $60, I mean, you basically just looking people in the face and say, you go buy my stuff, shut up. Whatever I release, you gonna buy it, shut up and give me your money. That's basically what you're saying, because anybody would tell you this isn't a good idea. And we want anime fights, we want these IPs to come into this, to this place. Like that would help people get more in the train of going and trying like a Uni, a Melty Blood, a Grand Blue Fantasy. Y'all would help them transition into making like anime fighters that much more successful. But when you come in half doing it like this, I mean, my goodness. I mean, you're seeing like staple, like the landmark set in stone IPs of fighting games like Street Fighter 6, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat having to come out and do stuff the way the way it has to be done for them to be successful. What make you think you gonna be any different? Let me you know what, that's it. Anybody got anything else to add?
It's almost like what's the crossplay? What's the point of putting on other consoles?
Yeah.
Which is, it was just funny because back in the day you do this, but online wasn't a prevalent thing. So it's like, hey, you want to put on different consoles, but specifically a game that's meant to be multiplayer, especially in today's era where people play fighting games online probably much more than they do in person, and to not have crossplay. So like now just a pool of players I can't play against. So it's like you might as well just put on one system. Like it's almost like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That $60 price point is really, I didn't really like think about it until like we just started like talking about this. But man, that $60 price point is really a slap in the face. Yeah. That's really a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with the characters, you give me only 16. And if we're going off how traditionally fighting games are, I could say half of the cast probably won't even be seen. If we being nice, a third. So let's just say I give like 4 characters are gone. So there's like 12 characters in a 3v3. Like this finna be repetitive. Hopefully it's not. But this is gonna be repetitive. I mean,